I've actually been able to attend one of your Pizza Ranch meetings. Is there a regular pattern that you have these meetings? How do you get the word out, and how can people attend these meetings if you have them?
So usually we schedule in the first 6 months of the year, and then I got to start going on a diet
Too
after
much
that.
pizza.
Yeah,
Too
yeah,
much
too
dessert
much.
pizza?
Oh, the corral bread.
Yeah.
It's curious. Hey, where's Dan? And I'm back there. It caught me in the middle of a corral loaf or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, well, it's interesting because we had it's the first time we did uh, spring meetings, and we had to turn people away. We just kind of was really we thought who would want to come to these meetings and we have fun, right? But very informative, but we had to turn people away. So to your point, now we're regularly scheduling these quarterly. Summer's tough because people want to get out, so we don't do anything during the summer. But the expectations are we're going to have multiple events, at your local pizza ranch, and we're doing some this September. What are we doing? 7 meetings over 6 days. No, six. Well,
Yeah.
six
Over a
meetings.
couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
over a
Okay.
couple weeks, just to spread it out.
All
So
right.
yeah, that's and
So what we'll do is we'll put these events on your new Facebook
great.
page, and that'll be maybe one way that people can
Yeah.
find it is go to Turning 65 Navigators on Facebook and sign up for the events.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that the one thing that people leave, and that is this: that number one, we have fun,
Hmm.
we make a lot of friends, and but the other part of it is they leave and they're like, you know what? I know maybe I don't even have to sign up, right?
Hmm.
We're all worried about that, or you know what? So when they leave, it's not we don't badger anybody. If they want us to call them, we will call them, but that's totally their choice. But a lot of times they'll say, "Hey, give me a call in November because that's when I'm thinking about retiring," or can we get together? And so we line up from these meetings months in advance, months in or years ahead, saying, "Hey, here's when we want to get together with you because now we got a game plan." So it's fun, and like I say, they leave plenty to eat.
Yeah, and so we do. Not only are we doing the turning 65 meetings, right? We're discussing Medicare to people who are turning 65 that are not enrolled in Medicare, but we also do meetings in the fall for folks who are already enrolled in Medicare, have plans, and they want information on what's new. So we get Cary and I have, because of our relationships with the companies, we have access to kind of the sneak peek of what's going on. There's going to be a lot of change in 2026, but we can share that information October 1st. And so we start then, but you can't enroll, change plans until October 15th. So there's a lot of information that's going out, and just knowing that you got us available for those type of contacts after October 1st to
Hmm.
address what's changing in 2026.
Do you hold both of those meetings at Pizza Ranch, or are you kind of do it differently for those two types of meetings?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that we do them at pizza ranches in some towns. In some towns, there's not pizza ranches, but we have them at coffee shops
Oh,
or
okay.
senior centers or
Sure.
whatever, depending upon. But yeah, so we try to through our current clients, we'll maybe through email just
Sure.
say, hey, here's our list of meetings coming up. We have companies that we represent that actually do mailings that say, hey, Cary and Dan are going to be at this place or that place. And it's nice. And as Dan mentioned, they're like, well, sorry, we'll get you on the waiting list if you don't get signed up fast enough.
Sure.
So it's nice to be wanted, those types of things.
Yeah, those are they call them marketing meetings where we can discuss planned benefits. Where on the Turn of 65 meetings at Pizza Ranch, it's educational. Really, it's
Mm-hmm.
we can't talk about products.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about what is Medicare, what is a supplement, what's a prescription drug plan,
Mm-hmm.
what's a Medicare Advantage plan. But during the sales marketing meetings later on in the year, that's when we get product specific, and I think that's what really appreciated because it's where the rubber hits the road, right? There's people are reading. There's a lot of changes. The Inflation Reduction Act has really impacted medications. Companies are coming into the market Other companies are leaving the market. That's disruption. You know, if you've been on the same plan for 20 years and all of a sudden they're packing up and leaving, you know, you got to figure out who do you want to work with, who should you work with, and then what direction.
Yeah, and I would say that so with the Center for Medicaid and Medicare, which runs all Medicare, CMS, they tell companies October the 2nd, you can date your letters October the 2nd, you send it out to people saying, hey, here's what we're doing next year. And for this year, it's going to be a lot of people are going to be getting letters saying, hey, you know what, we've decided to not have, not offer that plan in your county for 2026. And then people are going to be like, oh boy,
Mm.
and that's why we feel good in the fact that we say, hey, it's not a problem. We'll be, let's figure this thing out together.
Yeah.
We'll hold your hand through this journey, and we're going to come out of it just fine. But that's going to be an eye opener for some people when they get that note from their company, because companies make changes.